everyone, this is Robin. I just wanted to thank everybody for their prayers and their continual support. I wanted to say that it's been a very humbling experience to have to reach a point of asking for help. I've always been the helper, not the helpee, and so when I reached a point where I just couldn't do it for myself anymore because of my illness, it was very hard, really hard to reach a point to ask for help. But anybody out there that is in desperate need, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. It's better to ask for help than to put yourself in a worse situation than what you're already in. And I'm sure that if you weren't in such a desperate need, you wouldn't be on the site asking for help. I have sold all my household things that I could possibly sell. I sold my toys, my scuba, skydiving, ATV, trailer, anything that I could possibly sell to keep my head above water. I'm pretty much down to not having anything left to be able to sell, anything worth anything to sell, except the vehicle that I drive, which I really do need to keep. I'll sell it if necessary, and God willing, something will come along to give me some wheels to that I can afford to be able to drive and get myself back and forth to the doctors. I have stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver and am in between that and cancer, and I'm on close cancer watch. There's a lot of things that come with end-stage liver disease. Now I got this, it's called stage 4 cirrhosis, and I got this from hepatitis C geno 1A that I received from blood transfusions when I was 14 years old back in the 70s. I was in a motorcycle accident and I had a traumatic amputation of my left leg. I've been a very active person all of my life and been able to overcome 39 operations and lots of hardware in my body, strokes, cancer, and I never thought that I would ever have anything happen to me that I couldn't kick. I have my doubts with this one. Especially because it's usually when things go downhill for me, I kick right back up again and get moving and build myself back up, and everything is fine. This time I've lost my home and just about everything that I have. But material things are not that important. Right now I need to focus on my health. I live way up in the mountains and I'm trying to get down into the city so that it's not such a tedious, long, exhausting, expensive ride for me just to make it to a doctor's appointment. I have lots of blood tests, ultrasounds, CAT scans, MRIs, just a multitude of other tests that need to be done. I'm at a phase right now where the liver is enlarged from swelling. Blood isn't being processed through. I can't process toxins, nutrients, and fats. As you can see, most of you who know me, I've gained a little bit of weight, but it's kind of out of my control, and I'm already past that idea, since I've always been a fitness enthusiast and cared so much about being healthy and being a pillar of strength and an example to the people that I cared for. And I've worked a lot with military soldiers and troops who suffer from PTSD and raising up prosthetic limbs to send to Mexico and to Cambodia. I'd like to get back to doing these things. In fact, I'd like to just get back to my normal life again. But I'm having a struggle, and little by little, it's just become very exhausting for me when I've got people constantly calling me, finding out when I can pay this medical bill or that medical bill, or the utilities, or just, I mean, I'm right down to my cell phone or anything. My vehicle is now sitting because I can't afford the renewal of the registration or the insurance on it. I've never been to this point before, so I don't do it quite to perfection. But I've been managing up until this point, and I just need to stop and say thank you for your prayers. And tell you that I need help. And see if you'd help me and help me to get strong in every aspect and that I can, so that I can focus on getting well. I have a lot of ammonias that build up in my body because my liver doesn't process toxins. So I take lactulose to help bind the agents, the ammonia to release it from my body. The buildup of ammonias cause confusion and headaches, and just make me feel really poisoned. The spleen is enlarged 4 times larger than it should be because it's overworked to try to receive some of the blood that the liver's not processing. So I'm at risk of my spleen rupturing. If I have something that has too much sodium, I end up in the emergency room, and sometimes with hospital stays with lots of cardiology testing because it puts a lot of strain on my heart. The swelling of the liver is also putting pressure on my lungs, making it difficult to breathe. If I'm around somebody who's got a cold, my immune system is compromised. So I get really, really sick for quite a long time. It's hard to fight. I am taking Harvoni, and this is after 3 different years of chemotherapy treatment to get rid of the Hep C, which I did get rid of, but then relapsed. When the Hep C virus comes back, it mutates, and it comes back more aggressively than what it was before. This is what has caused the cirrhosis of the liver, and this is what I got from blood transfusions back when I was 14. So I lived a lot of years with this, and many of those years, 28 of those years, I didn't even know that I had the Hep C. But now I'm in the transplant program, and I do have a live donor lined up, but I have to pay for all of the testing prior to the surgery. My insurance will cover the actual surgery and recovery time for both the donor and myself, the recipient. But it's getting to that point to get that match. If I wait until my MELD score is high enough to actually be on the list, I'm pretty much at the brink of death at that point. And if anything goes wrong, they can keep me alive for about 11 days while they find another donor that is a match. I'd rather not wait that long because I really don't want to die. I have a lot of life left in me, and anyway, I just really need some help. So thank you, and God bless you.